So the best entrepreneurs do not believe in tomorrow because it motivates them to get things done today. Waiting isn't good with entrepreneurship. One good friend of mine told me that if everything's perfect and ready for your startup, then you've waited too late. So you really have to build the bridge while you're walking across it. Number two, the best entrepreneurs realize that you have to move forward now or it's just going to get harder. So if you wait for certain resources, whether it's more time, more money, VC capital, whatever, that's not really going to help you later. You have to get going now. And even if those opportunities to get capital or to get more time came about, if you don't have your foundation set, it doesn't really matter. Number three, and I think this is so important, we don't know when we're going to go. If you wait until you retire, you have a little bit more time to follow your dreams, you don't know what shape you're going to be in, you don't know where the world's going to be, and so it's important to get things done today. Side hustle is something that you do on the side. Perhaps you're really passionate about it. And that side hustle ideally will grow into something that becomes your main thing. And so I think there are four really great best practices of side hustlers. The first one is that they're willing to deep dive into something. It's not a matter of getting into something, realizing it's too complicated and moving on. There's a level of depth. Number two, many of us are not very patient. We're not trying to wait till retirement to follow our passions because we don't know if retirement's going to come. Even if it's incremental movements, we're really interested in moving things forward today. Number three, I found that good side hustlers tend to be very dedicated. And so it's not a matter of being excited about something today and then moving on to something tomorrow when things get hard. It is something that you're kind of dedicated to. With the different side hustles that I've had, whether it's Cuddler or self-publishing books or other things that I've done in the past, they all fit in that same basic core. And my thing is understanding technology and how it connects people. And so even if I do different side hustles, it still comes back to that basic passion. And number four, it's the ability to adapt. So if something doesn't work, we are dedicated to that main passion, but we will find different ways to make it work. And that really has to do with what that main passion is. And I think passion is kind of that baseline, that from the gut feeling that a lot of great side hustlers have. There are a few different ways to make time for your side hustle, for the projects you're really passionate about. I think number one is tracking your time. And I have friends who are lawyers and they track time by the quarter of an hour. You don't have to be that hardcore. There's a great time management master who I met named Laura Vanderkam. And what she recommended is spending a week just dictating everything that you do and how much time you actually spend with things. So you find out where your time is going. Now, it's not a sense of beating yourself up, but you understand what's actually happening. Number two is uncluttering your life. I went through this big thing that I've written about in ink about getting rid of all these papers that I had. You can also do that on a virtual front. I recently achieved inbox zero, which means that I got rid of all the excess emails in my inbox. And now when I wake up in the morning, nearly everything in my inbox is new. I'd say number three is to unplug. The masterful people that I know that are managing 4 or 5 different side hustles, or they're doing amazing productivity within their life, what they have in common is that they actually unplug. So they might turn their phone off while they're actually working. They might go for long walks, and that's where they have their meetings, and they'll leave their phone and the other devices at home, and they're able to focus and concentrate on the conversations they're having. And so there's a few different ways you can find that time, and if you look at your life, you can find out where that excess is.